Fire is a terrifying and potentially devastating natural phenomenon. Early mastery of fire offered many benefits to humankind, including protection against wild animals, heat that enabled them to spread into cooler regions, and the ability to cook food. In certain circumstances, fire occurs naturally. Humans in prehistory saw its potential and learned to control its power. By 2.5 million years ago, when they began making stone tools, early humans had understood that they could alter the natural world to their own advantage. By employing tools, they could extend their abilities. When early humans encountered naturally occurring bushfires, they came to appreciate not only fire's power to destroy the landscape and everything in it, but also its potential as a source of heat, light, and defense, and as a tool for shaping the world. Fire is a chemical reaction between a fuel, such as wood, coal, or oil, and oxygen in the air. It usually gives off energy in the form of heat and light. This can be harnessed and used to positive effect. The reaction starts when the fuel is ignited, either naturally or by human effort by another fire, a spark, or heat. Particles of burning materials and ash that glow and discolor are visible as flames and smoke. A fire generally sustains itself until it has exhausted the supply of fuel or oxygen. Charcoal and burnt bones from several African sites suggest people may have controlled and used fire as early as 1.5 million years ago and certainly by 400,000 years ago. For the last 100,000 years, fire has been in common use. Control over fire brought many benefits, including the ability to live in colder regions and protection against predators. People's diet was improved by eating cooked food, roasted over a fire or baked in the embers. Fire also provided a social focus. Some groups used torches or lit fires to stampede animals into places where they could be trapped and killed. From the earliest times when open fires were lit, people began to develop hearths, often ringed by stones. After 40,000 BCE, more efficient hearths with clay surrounds and air intake channels were invented to control and increase heat. Simple lamps were made from stones with a natural hollow. In this, animal fat was burned, using a plant fiber wick. Some groups began controlled burning to clear vegetation, facilitating hunting and the growth of useful plants. Using clay in domestic hearths led people to discover the transformative power of fire on clay. This knowledge was used to create figurines of baked clay. Later, the technology was developed further, to produce pottery. Prepared clay was mixed with a temper, such as sand, to toughen it. After shaping, pots were left to dry and then were fired in a clamp, bonfire kiln. The pots were stacked on and covered with a layer of fuel, then sealed by a layer of clay. Holes in the top and around the sides allowed air to circulate so the fuel would burn. More permanent kilns appeared from circa 6000 BCE in Western Asia. A fired vessel's color depended on the type of clay and the firing conditions. Circulating air produced reddish hues, while the absence of air turned the pottery black. The pyrotechnical skills needed to control kiln temperature and airflow and to achieve high temperatures, coupled with a growing knowledge of other natural materials, were the prerequisites for the development of other transformational industries, including metallurgy and glassmaking. Fire made food easier to chew, more digestible and often more palatable, and improved human health by killing bacteria and parasites. Heat enabled foodstuffs to be preserved for later use by drying or smoking, and was used to remove or neutralize poisons present in foodstuffs. By 40,000 BCE, some food was cooked in an animal skin or skin-lined pit containing water by adding heated stones. The invention of pottery made boiling easier. Fire could be applied directly to the vessel of food and water. Unleavened bread was cooked on hot stones or pottery dishes over the fire. Clay ovens appeared from the 6th millennium BCE, heated by lighting a fire inside. Was cooked in an animal skin or skin-lined pit containing water by adding heated stones. The invention of pottery made boiling easier. Fire could be applied directly to the vessel of food and water. Unleavened bread was cooked on hot stones or pottery dishes over the fire. Clay ovens appeared from the 6th millennium BCE, heated by lighting a fire inside. Clay, as daub or sun-dried bricks, was an important ancient building material. For more durable and impressive structures, the technology of ceramic production was used to make baked bricks. Hand or mold formed, the bricks were allowed to dry, then fired in large stacks encased in fuel. Fired brick buildings and walls defended people from enemies and the elements. In the 2nd millennium BCE, the Harappans in the Indus Valley used baked bricks to protect against flooding, and for wells and bathroom floors, while the Mesopotamians used them for public buildings such as the ziggurat, stepped temple mound, of Iraq. Before 4000 BCE, people in Western Eurasia began producing faience objects, such as this Egyptian figurine, circa 1300 BCE. This precursor to glass was made with silica, such as quartz sand, mixed with a stabilizer, lime, and an alkaline flux, often soda. The paste, colored with copper oxide, was shaped, then heated to about 850 to 1000 degrees Celsius, 1500 to 1800 degrees Fahrenheit, causing the grains inside the paste to sinter, adhere, and the object's surface to fuse as a thin glaze. From circa 1600 BCE, furnaces reaching higher temperatures enabled a similar mixture to be melted into a viscous liquid, true glass. During the 1st millennium BCE in the Levant, glass blowing was invented, revolutionizing the production of glass. Mastery of fire has enabled civilizations to transform the world, through technology and controlled destruction. Over the last 2000 years, people have developed ever more elaborate ways of preparing food and combining ingredients. Using heat in increasingly sophisticated ways. Heat has been used to transform many materials including metal ores. Advances in ceramics include metallic glazes and kilns capable of achieving higher and better controlled temperatures than before. A broadening range of fuels, including coal and natural gas, have been used to create heat and power. Applications include sophisticated ways of heating, such as Roman hypocausts, underfloor heating. Steam power brought about Europe's Industrial Revolution. Thank you for watching. Please like and share, and don't forget to subscribe.